Hello, I'm Henry Prater, pastor at Edgemont UMC in Florence, Alabama. We're glad you've stopped by for this new thing that we're going to be doing for the month of December. Technically it's still November, but essentially December. We're going to be doing an Advent video series, an Advent vlog, where we talk about some of the different elements that we will always see in our church during Advent. We'll talk about our wreaths, we'll talk about our Christmas tree, we're going to talk about some of the Christmas, and today we're going to talk about the Advent Wreath. This is the wreath we're going to have this year for our online service that everyone will be able to see. It looks a little bit different this year. Normally there would be more garland and more green. It would be wrapped very fancy, but this year we're doing a little bit different. And that's actually okay, because that fits in well with where the Advent wreath actually came from. In the 19th century, Christians in Germany and in the Scandinavian countries, they began using Advent candles to keep up with the different weeks of Advent as they went along. These were used in people's homes and didn't have any kind of special candle arrangement or order or even color. They used just whatever candles they had, because the candle's function was to help keep up with the week of Advent. Well, eventually the wreath made its way to America and began to be used not just in people's private homes, but as part of church services. And as they became part of church services, there began to be liturgy that came up around it. A lot of times your Advent wreath readings are going to be tied to the liturgy. That's what we do at Edgemont UMC. This year we're using the readings from the Old Testament, specifically from the prophets, though we have used the Psalm, we have used the Gospels in the past for our Advent readings. Longer and longer it went along, and you would see that different color candles started coming into play, specifically these. Traditionally the purple and the pink, although you'll see some who just do all purple. You'll see others who do just blue, as blue and purple are the traditional colors of Advent. And you will see some churches focus on the different meanings of said candles, and they have readings about it. But the important thing here, these four candles, along with the one in the center that represents the Christ candle, are ways for us to mark the week as we get closer and closer to Advent. We are preparing our hearts for the birth of the Lord Jesus. So this year, maybe you're like us right now, and you're worshiping virtually. That's what we're doing here in 2020 because of the pandemic. And you might be missing out on your traditional Advent wreath. That's okay. Using what you have actually fits really well into the tradition of the Advent wreath. Using the candles you have at home to mark the week, following on with the lectionary, which you can find online. You'll also be able to get the readings if you watch our service videos, but you can read along with us, and we can all remember and we can all prepare our hearts for the coming of the Christ child as we mark the weeks with our Advent wreath. Thank you for stopping by. As always, we're so glad that you found us. We would love it if you would like this video. You can share this video if you enjoyed what you saw here. You can always subscribe to our Edgemont YouTube page, and we'll hope to see you next week. Bye-bye.